turns out we're not playing on Polar Night, we're playing on GOMTV Studio.
Yeah. And the game was paused. By the way, these earphones, like, mine just died. Like, every 3 months I have to buy new ones.
Oh, yeah,
it's really annoying me because, like, for some reason they don't connect properly with my phone anymore, so I only hear sounds on one of them.
Yeah.
And with the other one, it just always bugs out a little bit.
I think what happens is it depends on how you. This is my theory, anyways. I'm not a scientist, but when you end up curling your headphones up, whether you put them in your pocket or you curl them around your phone, sometimes it bends that little connector right next to where you put it into the phone and it messes things up, I think.
I don't know what exactly it is, but the problem is it occurs with everything. At some point I was really like, all right, I'm so tired of this. I'm going to buy now really, really expensive earphones. But it just doesn't help. And now I'm back to buying really crappy ones that cost $15 or whatever, because I'm basically using them for the subway and when I'm at the gym. And for those two things, I don't feel that. I feel the time that they need to break is always roughly the same. It's always roughly half a year.
Yeah.
After half a year, they are just gone. And it's really annoying a little bit. I don't know.
I just got. My headphones were having the same problem, but I just got a new phone, and I got the Note 3. I recommend it, but it came with headphones, so I have new headphones now. I haven't even opened them actually.
Yeah, I need new ones for the gym. They play really weird music at my gym, so usually I'm pretty happy when I can just put the earbuds in and then I have my own music playing. But yeah, I need new ones now. This is really annoying. And it always reminds me when I see the players wearing theirs, they probably have the same problems and need to exchange them every now and then. I feel that's just a general thing that these things have.
MMA's APM at 0 here for a really long time. I guess it's because he already queued up his SCVs, but
that's because he's chatting.
And he's chatting as well, yeah. Or maybe actually.
Okay, apparently we have a restart.
Yeah.
We had one of the players currently leaving the game, so Polar Night is going to be restarted, and then we're going to be back.
Yeah, so.
No.
So that confused me. I wasn't reading what was happening in the chat. I was just staring at the top right where at his production. I'm like, is he just chatting or is he? What's going on?
No,
okay.
that's just for the chat. But yeah, I'll definitely need to figure out what's a new ones to get.
I have the ones I like. I mean, I talked about his Samsung phone already, but the funny thing is, after I switched away from that phone, my Samsung headphones broke, and I bought them again because they lasted me the longest out of all of them, nearly 2 years, and. We talked about this before once, off camera, but I like the ones that have the button that you can press to pause music so you don't have to yank it out.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I hear somebody, I thought somebody said my name, and I was like, pause it? And then I'm like, no. And then I just start it again or something like that.
I don't really need that. I just want them to last a little bit longer because I actually saw someone in the subway use some of them. I always think, the ones that have the flat cable? I think maybe those last longer. I don't know, but if you think about it, it might actually be the case. So I saw someone on the subway use some, and I think it's a Swedish company or Finnish company that produces them. And
one of my friends got one with his phone with a flat cable as well, just standard phone headphones.
And they are a little bit more expensive, but they are still okay. So I'm like, well, maybe I should just get those and give it a try.
I bet those actually don't get as don't have the memory as much too. I never tried those.
That's exactly my thought process. So I'm like, well, maybe with those I can they last a little bit longer. They also have one of the things a lot of people are getting out of the Beats and stuff.
Oh yeah.
The problem is the whole thing is so big that I don't really want to use.
You mean the actual headphones and not the earbuds?
No, not the headphones. Also the earbuds. They are so long. It's really weird. I don't want those. They're
yeah, I've never. I like the Beats headphones themselves, but I don't I've never tried the earbuds, so I can't say. They look a little bit big.
I mean, as far as you know, they are obviously heavily overpriced. And this is basically just a brand thing. There are a lot of other headsets out there that you probably get a bit of a better value for your money. But still, in terms of headsets, or earphones, I really have to have a look there.
What's funny is talking about earphones. You said that Beats by Dre, they're obviously overpriced. You're paying for the brand and not the headphones. I feel like right now headphones are in a place where it's a style thing rather than actually about the music.
Yeah, for a lot of people, it definitely.
I think that's an interesting shift that we have because normally nobody would just wear big headphones because you look kind of goofy compared to wearing earbuds. But if you have a brand name that you respect, it's such an interesting way the market has shifted for headphones. So obviously you have a big brand name like Sennheiser too. That's going to be pretty stylish. Somebody who says oh, that's a really nice headphone. But
I actually think that people who run around like they have a personal sponsor are pretty silly in general. Macklemore with the lyrics in the song, if you pay $50 for a t-shirt, you definitely have a problem, in my opinion. But that's personal preference. So I don't really I don't know. You have so many people who walk around like they are I don't know, an advertisement wall. They're big logo on the jeans, big one on the shirt, another one on the headset, and it's yeah.
No, I'm with you on that.
I know what you're saying. Some people just overdo it too much. By the way, with too much, what's going on?
I don't know. I don't have an observing PC, so I'm just looking at a picture of myself looking at myself.
I was expecting to just jump into the next game and restart it, and then suddenly I realized we've been talking about headphones and brands for like about 5 minutes already. So, what's going on? I can see a lobby hosted. I can see one player is already in that lobby.
I suspect that MMA has a computer problem.
Yeah.
It's probably just shifting and changing his hotkeys in the computer adjacent to him, since we've already seen the computers are set up in such a way that could easily do that. So that's
kind of has to be.
my guess. There's like a crowd of people in one booth over there, so that's what I'm thinking.
Thankfully, we have our monitors right in front of us, but I can only see, I think in one of the booths, there are a couple of people
I see a guy
talking,
with no hair and the guy with newly dyed hair.
Oh, really? Look
looking
at that.
at themselves.
That's very interesting. That's a cute picture there.
I see also 3 Korean men talking about the situation with HOT6 cans on their desk.
Yeah. And we still have nobody to join lobby. We had a bit of a change in setup here. We don't have our own observing computer anymore, so that's one of the reasons why we can't just show up the tabs in case we want to see something. But on the other hand, we still can see over there. There's another screen that the Korean commentators currently have where they at least see the in-game lobby. So that's
no one's even chatting in there, it doesn't look like, so...
There's only one player currently in there, so that's definitely a bit of an issue.
Well, anyways, so what headphones are you going to get?
Huh?
What headphones are you going to get? I mean, are you going to get just like some more like $20 ones? Like
the choice that I basically have is getting the ones that I saw at Subway. I looked them up. It's a Finnish or Swedish company. That's all I know. It have a number in the name or whatever. I don't know. I saved it somewhere. Or I just go down to the next, like, whatever, 7-Eleven, GS25, and buy the ones for $50. It's like...
Yeah. I just I recommend if the flat ones, I would actually try the flat ones. They seem like they're going to be good.
Yeah. The thing is, I just thought that once that I was used to like the really cheap ones, and then I was like at one point I'm like, okay, I'm gonna invest some money, and after half a year I had the same thing again. Once again, they didn't work. I was like, oh. So even the brands don't really do anything for that.
Yeah.
But it might just be a usage thing.
I just want to let you know that if you try the flat ones, like I recommended them to you, but part of it is just because I want to know if the flat ones are good.
Yeah,
so
I already got that.
I can ask you later, like, were the flat ones good? And then I can buy them if they were good. And if they were not, I save money, and you're the guinea pig for that.
Yeah, I guess I am. Well, on the other hand, you were the guinea pig for the Note 3.
Yeah, and I'm liking it so far. Pretty cool.
Too big. I actually looked at it. It's too big for me. I don't really like it. I would like it to be a little bit smaller.
I actually had to learn how to type on it for like a day because I kept missing the spacebar and stuff because it's so big. But it was good. It was good for me all overall.
I guess for me it's going to be the Nexus 5. Right now that is looking pretty good, and it's a little bit bigger than my phone. I would like it to be a little bit bigger than that, but like... Yeah, the Note 5 is Note 3 is just too much. Like, I gave it a go, and it's like...
I know what we can do. We can interact with Twitter a little bit, maybe, and actually ask everybody to tweet at us what smartphone, or if you're not using a smartphone, what phone you're using. I'm Proxwell, if he's Calder. I just want to get a general consensus of, like, what size of phone are viewers using? Are you watching on Twitch, on your phone right now? Can you? What sort of device are you using? How many of you guys are using Apple stuff right now?
I don't even know what the new phones are going to be for, like, a lot of the brands. I mean, for Samsung, it's going to be the S5 that comes out, I feel, next year, and they want to finally move away from
that curved
the old
phone
plastic.
too, I guess.
The curved phone is too expensive. It costs like $1 million, so that's $1,000. It's just like more of a prototype.
It's basically
right
like
now.
a curved Note, I guess. Like, it's basically what the idea is.
Like, the idea is actually pretty cool, like what they want to do with it, but it's just more of a prototype thing. But for HTC, for example, I have no idea what's next.
Yeah, nobody knows, I guess. Or maybe and if they do, I just haven't seen the announcements yet. But
I was actually thinking that they would be very eager to put a phone out before Christmas season starts, but that's apparently not the case. So the only phone that comes out is like the Nexus 5, and I was pretty happy with my Nexus 4. So
when I was in Hong Kong, the HTC phones seem to be selling like really, really well over there. So maybe they're actually just going to wait and make the phone a little bit better before they put a new one out, because they just like roll that into the Christmas season.
They always bring out a new color for like so many phones. Suddenly, oh my God, we have the blue one now, and I'm like, okay, who cares? Like, how does that matter?
If you really care about that, you can actually just take that to a custom person to like actually change the shell for you.
It's been half a year, or nearly like 9 months, or like 10 since you rolled out the phone, and now you make it new, like you're making news, and it's like an announcement like, oh my God, it's blue, and I'm like, what?
In
give me
Korea,
a marker and I can do that for you. It's like,
well, there's so many places in Korea where you can actually get your phone's skin changed, your components. You see all sorts of pink phones in Korea that like aren't actually made in pink, and sometimes golden. There is actually a golden Note 3 I heard that Samsung like sells to only like certain types of people. It's like really, really expensive. I saw pictures of it, or maybe that's a S4. I can't remember which one, but it was like golden. I was like, whoa, that's over the top.
Prada also have like phones like that where they had like also diamonds in there or whatever, and you had to like pay a ton. Like, that's once again the prestige thing stuff. No, I have the Prada edition.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. All right, I think we're really getting back into it now.
So you get a little bit of an idea of what phones are currently on the market and which ones are good. Talking about the headsets here, and we are going into the GSTL All-Star match once again with a Protoss player, this time to the top of the map here on Polar Night, actually.
So, Deer.
And starting to the bottom of the map, we currently see the Terran player.
Acer MMA.
He says he's sorry for being late. Because that's what I got. So, well, this is our final match. And again, we talked about it a little bit before. What about for you? Because he said to the people in the studio, he was like, what about me? Oh, that's actually really funny.
I did not think that Deer had it in him.
But we talked about how it matters a lot for Deer more than MMA in some ways because it's like who's going to be the first red to lose.
The best thing is actually that MMA doesn't even answer. Did he answer?
No, he did not.
He completely ignored him, right?
Unless he did answer and it was so short that it might have been covered up because I can't see.
Yeah, it might have been covered up. I think he probably answered. I feel that he actually typed something and okay, there he goes. But yeah, that would have been like quite funny. He apologized to everyone in the studio. He goes like, yeah, what about me? Like, I had to wait as well, and he just doesn't care.
I can't. It's all cut off, but
we can't read what's going on there. But apparently they're having a blast.
I think he said hello to everybody at the end. But anyways,
if I was Dio, I would actually tell him like, dude, listen.
It said something about he said, "Oh, come to watch the finals at Axe Hall," obviously, and MMA blanked it out so you couldn't see it in the chat.
All right, there they go. Actually, getting
the GSL finals are in Axe Hall, by the way, for those of you who do not know.
Yeah.
And you can come and watch them if you're in Seoul. Definitely watch the stream. Otherwise. So thank you for the advertisement, Dear. I really appreciate that. I'm sure there's no personal interest in it for you, no matter what anybody thinks. So, quick Reaper here for scouting. And MMA is actually playing a straight-up game. He's not actually doing anything too crazy right off the bat. We could see something weird like battle cruisers later, but I mean, why not do something crazy?
You know, if they would have put up Dia against the Zerg play, we would have seen some very crazy strategy out of Dia, but of course he probably demanded that he's not going up against the Zerg.
Probably so.
Dude, like, I still remember that I casted an online tournament that was like more than a year ago, and Polt and MMA faced Polt and Marine King faced each other in the finals. And they also played like a few days later in I think it was back then Code S. So they suddenly started to just proxy Rex the hell out of each other. They went for the most ridiculous builds in all of the games. And it was just a base rate right from the start. No game lasted longer than like 7 or 8 minutes. It was insane. Proxy Marauder versus Marauder. One went for Reaper, the Marines. And then they were like, yeah, sorry guys, but like, we definitely don't want to show our builds. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. We are having a blast here. Those games are ridiculous.
Yeah. By the way, about ridiculous builds, this map is unique in that there's a low ground area behind the natural where you can do things, so we could see something like that. Stargate
coming in, so might see an Oracle.
Yeah, most likely. But usually you see that proxied, so...
Yeah, true.
Not in the obvious proxy location like we saw last time with, which player was that? Stork, right, yeah. But,
that was one of the funniest games ever.
Definitely so. Yoda will remember it forever.
Proxying the Stargate in plain sight, telegraphing to your opponent exactly what you do, and then, the Terran messing it up. And... But... No, that's can't survive. That is impossible. Yeah.
And actually, if he tries to save it, he might lose a little bit more than he wants to here on that mothership core.
Yeah, the Oracle is actually coming into play right now. I think the only reason why he didn't proxy it is because he wants to utilize it later on as well, not only just go for the proxied Oracle and try to do the damage with this one.
Yeah. And, with the Marines in the middle of the map, it actually could do a lot.
Yeah, true. Like, the Marines are just hugging that Zalnaga watchtower.
He's gonna see it, though.
Yeah.
Ouch. Well?
Ooh! He doesn't see... I mean, he sees the Stargate now, so the Marines should head back pretty soon. Yeah, already on the way. But he did definitely not see that. Another Pro goes down. Well done here. A nice micro that we had from MMA.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. A little scout there. MMA just, I like how he's been playing this one. Never overextending his Reaper. Even the deny at the Nexus, we didn't talk about it too much, but you know, he kept his SCV there for such a long time to make sure that the Nexus was denied. Then sent the Reaper to even further deny it. And you know, even though he knows about it, knowing is only half the battle, so he has to be careful. He does micro extremely well. Already has his Marines in position.
Yeah, and you know, with the 2 Oracles that he has, we've seen this a couple of times, that you can really just start to deny or to go for 2 mineral lines, and he's even getting another one. So
he's actually just going to attack Keller.
Yeah, he might just attack with it and go through. We've seen MC do that for the first time against MVP back in the second season against in WCS Europe.
He's like, Void Rays do less damage to the Marines than they do in the old game. I guess I'll just use Oracles instead. They're really fast. And once the Marauder is gone, things are going to get out of hand pretty quick.
Oh my god, he's doing the damage here. One of them already down, but the Marines are in trouble, and he's taking a lot of them already out. Another Oracle is gone, but suddenly the Marines also evaporated, and here comes the Mothership Core. Everything is completely exposed.
Forward pylon and a few gateways already queued up. He's going to be done with it pretty soon. He's going to have so much warping potential here.
Deer wants to go home.
Deer wants to go home. He's got to go practice. And
wow.
Bam.
That was definitely, like, I mean, this was brutal. Goes into the main base, drops the Nexus!
Nexus in the main.
Team Red wins again.
Team Red OP. Team Red too strong.
7-0.
And, I mean, he just walks away. He's trying to be polite. He's making another Oracle and
yeah. They're a little bit trash talking here, and that's it. I mean, we have the Medivacs now in the game, so MMA is holding on. But you can really see that, I mean, he could have already ended that if he would have wanted to.
And
Triple Oracle is in the house, and there's the GG.
Wow, what a crushing defeat. 7-0. 7-0 Team Red. And, you know, when I said I thought Team Red was going to win, I did not expect this.
Yeah, I thought actually, you know, when we made the bet, I thought, okay, Team Red has, in my opinion, a bit of an edge, but I was like, actually, I could see Team Blue win this. Now, I also thought it would be like, okay, 4-3, 3-4, something like that. I thought it would be a really, really close game. But I never saw that we would see just a demolition like this.
The thing is, also, except the seed game, it wasn't like anybody played their games thinking to themselves, like, oh, it doesn't matter if I win, I'm going to do something silly here. I mean, MMA played like a perfectly normal game. He skipped a bunker, and that's what cost him the game, but skipping a bunker is actually quite normal. He wanted to get ahead.
MMA just said, like, you know what, dude, I really need to go home right now. I didn't expect this to last that long. I need to practice. I have a game coming up, you know, like, it's just already, like, pretty soon. So, that game, over in a flash.
Yeah, over in a flash, quite so. All right, so let's talk about everybody on Red Team won and everybody on Blue Team lost. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to read them to you guys.
That was pretty insane here. Team Red is definitely OP, and that kind of shows the skills of Crank when it comes down to picking players.
Yeah, and also like his leadership with them in between games comes into play a little bit as well. Not a good day for Blue. See, get off your phone. Stop thinking about motherships.
Yeah. So we have an awarding ceremony, but before we are going into the awarding ceremony, we have another short break. Then we will probably also have a couple of interviews. So see you guys in a few minutes here at the GSTL.